For joining us today in this ROG Masters APAC Final Media Conference. So, founded in 2006, ROG offers a complete line of innovative products known for its performance and quality. ROG gear has been used to set hundreds of overclocking records, and it continues to be the preferred choice of gamers and enthusiasts all over the world. As we are committed to bringing the most exciting gaming experience to the communities, whether through ROG products, we created the greater performance year after year. From 2016 to 2017, ROG also won 2,095 awards from worldwide and still counting. Gaming, we have gained 47% local market share, which means 10 times growth in just 2 years' time. On July 31 in the Philippines, Asus ROG was able to sell 11,601 ROG notebooks. This is all because of your support to Asus. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. You can sell 1,657 laptops per month, 55 units per day, or 4 to 5 units per hour. So right now, we officially announced an expanded version of our premium care, the Asus Notebook Premium Care, which will be available nationwide starting November 2nd. It's a 9-step maintenance program, which covers overall system diagnosis, thermal compound repasting, fan air vent cleaning, memory golden pins cleaning, keyboard cleaning, cosmetic part cleaning, LCD cleaning, recommendations, and final overall system checkup.
I'm the counterpart of George. So the business group I handle is called Open Platform. So before I start today's presentation, I want to share with you what is so-called Open Platform. Open Platform is to use a motherboard as a base. Then you can extend whatever components if you would like to add on. So why this concept is so important for all gamers? Because gamer is for everyone, okay? So why we say gaming is for everyone? Because maybe today you are the core gamers. Maybe today you are engaging for e-sport gamers. Maybe you are the gamers who play with so-called the enthusiast gamer. So ROG, I think this concept is already very impressive already in many people's mind. So today I'm not going to stress up too much about ROG. So maybe you guys are very excited like what we are going to announce in the Q4. Firstly, motherboard is already in the shop. So we're proud to announce like right now in every channels you can find all series of gaming motherboard like tough gaming, like ROG Strix gaming, and of course the ROG gaming. The next one is 1070 Ti. Sorry, I cannot reveal too much information about it because the NDA is November 2nd. But what I want to highlight is this time we also adopt the world exclusive auto extreme technology, which is can really lower down your fail rate of the products. The next one is also very excited product. This is PG27BQ. This is the 27 curve monitor, but it also accounts for 165 Hz, 1 ms. Yeah, and of course it's Aura Sync. Okay.
Open now the doors for question and answer for with our top executives of Asus Philippines. So
my first question is about the ROG APAC finals here. What made ROG decide to hold the APAC finals here in Manila?
There are several reasons that we want to fight to let them host this event here. One is our last year's participation in ROG Masters APAC. I think you are aware we have very excellent gaming teams, esports participation, not only from the gamer but also from the audience. So it creates a lot of noise and attraction. So that gives us a very good reputation to convince our management holding this event in the Philippines. Secondly is that we are aware Philippine market is a booming gaming market, together with rest of Southeast Asia and the APEC countries. So we also try to convince our management to consider this is a very potential and a growing market with a lot of good support from our gamers and medias. We can really make good use of this event here. And the third thing is really we have a very good ecosystem in the country that not only Filipino gamers can benefit from it, but our counterpart in other countries also can witness the fast growing of gaming market in the Philippines.
Would we be able to hold the ROG World Finals in Manila? How soon would that be?
We are aware this year ROG worldwide final will be in early December in Malaysia. So that has been scheduled. So we will remember your question and your suggestion. We will try to fight from now on. Okay, wait for our good news.
I'm Earl. I'm from presenting Wazzup.PH. So I've noticed all the teams that represents ROG, and majority of which are really champion teams. Notably, one team notable is Echo Fox, which is housing Saint and JDCR for Korea, the World Tekken champions for the last year. I haven't really asked you this, but how does it feel to host the not just awesome players but actual champions in their own gaming league? I mean, coming from you, how big is it for you in the field, in a personal field? Right.
This is a very good question. To be honest, we are very honored that last year we host the first ROG Master in APEC region. And you are aware the final was in Malaysia last year. So this year, because of those good response, the top management decided to continue the second and make it as a worldwide tournaments. So I agree with you that to host or welcome those top champion gaming team around the world is really something. It's a big thing to us. We appreciate their appreciation, and we appreciate them to show their top-notch skill to our gamers. But don't forget, ROG Master, one thing we differ from other worldwide tournaments is we want to open the platform and give a chance to those amateurs or pros who yet to be known or still in the country level or region level. We want to open this platform to them. We welcome them to join us. So we have no limitations for anyone who wants to register. So for example, this year, we have over 6,000 teams from over 35 countries around the world participating in 4 different continents, including Europe, America, China, and definitely Asia Pacific. That means over 35,000 top gamers, no matter you are rookies, amateur, or pro gamers, you are in this big platform. That is something we try to differentiate from rest of tournaments. We want to really make it as a platform for those potential gamers find their stage worldwide.
Ask if it's in the agenda if ROG Masters will in the future become a minor or a major, or if we really are focusing on developing amateur teams for the ROG Masters.
I have some discussion with those major and the different organizers. The discussion is in the progress, but we don't have any conclusion yet. But rest assured that we will try to make ROG Master as a tournament platform that not only to entertain rookies, but also for professional, the champion teams. We will try to work on this one.
Expanding on Earl's question from earlier, he mentioned Echo Fox, and we were playing Tekken earlier. So I think I already introduced some of the community members from to the Asus ROG team. So can we look forward to adding fighting games or any other titles in the ROG Masters tournament.
Okay, you see the nothing head. That means, yes, we seriously consider this.
Very good answer.
I think there's a lot of fans here who wanted to play also other games, right? That's where the question comes in.
I'll keep this question really broad. How do you see, or what steps are you taking to consider ROG continuing to influence the direction of gaming culture in the Philippine region?
Sorry? You were asking if how's the impact of ROG Master into the gaming community, something to that
Or
effect.
what else, or what considerations are you taking for the future of gaming? Because you're pretty much a mainstay in the gaming community. So what else is ROG? What else can we expect from ROG to continue to influence the direction of gaming culture in APAC?
She was asking.
This is a really broad question. Yeah. So we really have different ideas in mind, not only in the country level, but we also discuss with our Rex, our CMO, about the possibilities to expand or go wider or go deeper to engage with gaming community. I think basically what we want to do from now on is to try to complete this gaming ecosystem. So not just talking about selling the product, not just talking about holding the tournament. We also want to consider how can we help those people or rookies who want to be part of this gaming community, how to be a pro team, how to be a shotcaster, how to be managers. Those things we haven't touched yet, but that can be a direction that we can consider. Or even as Earl mentioned, that is it possible to sponsor any pro team in certain title, in certain area? All those alternatives and possibilities has been considered seriously. So we are trying our best to engage with ROG and the gaming ecosystem. And in the Philippines alone, Ethan and I are very passionate about developing the gaming society in the Philippines. And we are blessed by a lot of young and passionate gamers in the community. So we will continue to communicate with them that what's the best thing and the most needed thing they need in the country.
Segmentation called tough gaming. Okay, so this motherboard will be more catered to casual gamers. Maybe you don't look for the overclocking, you don't look for the aura features. You just care like, okay, this motherboard can help your game run smoothly. Okay, so based on the need from these customers, we finally decide to invest in this entry gaming series to everyone. Yeah. So that will start from our C370 series from this Q4.
Is it possible for our ROG Masters to house a collegiate league here in APAC region?
Ethan and I in our both teams already engaged with various campus exhibit in various product lines in open platform, in smartphone, and in ROG. I remember UP was one of the campus we visited before. So to be honest, that campers and the students are our major target audience, especially for gaming. So this is a very good suggestion from you that we can deepen our cooperation in various university, even with your facilities, institute, that we can come out some sort of LAN party, tournament in different forms. Okay, then we can see what are the best way we can co-work together.
Planning on expanding your ROG concept stores here in the Philippines?
We set up 4 different ROG concept stores. The first one in Mega Mall, the second one in North Esa, the third one is SM MOA just next to here, and the fourth one is SM City Cebu. So all the 4 major shopping malls, we already set up our ROG concept store, and there will be 5th one coming soon. The purpose of setting up ROG store is not just setting up as a point of sales, that is the venue that we can engage and interact with a lot of gamers in the neighborhood. So we already held several activities such as GX501 Zagros product launch in SMX MOA ROG store. Also in this ROG Master Philippines final, we hold in SM North SR. And next to ROG concept store in SM North SR. Also we have our influencers such as M. Adele to interact with the gamers. We also have the cosplay activities there. So ROG concept store is a very important venue and platform for us to interact with our gamers in the city, in the country.
Will ROG Masters pave way to rookie casters or rookie analysts, sort of like, you know, aspiring to be like Purge, 2v1, Merlini?
Our voice earlier already. So actually downstairs we already set up another table that while the main stage shoutcasting in English, we have the side table shoutcasting for Tagalog and Filipino language. And also we have I think the Kuya Nick coaching the rookie shoutcaster or the students, trying to give them more experience in such kind of big tournament. So we already made our first step and first effort. We will continue to improve in this part.
Or nerds who are into computers, but one of the aspects I've always been curious about is bridging the gap between that and the lifestyle people. You have been coming up with a lot of products that are really more targeted for lifestyle. Is this something that you could eventually sort of bridge the gap between that? Anybody who is more who's not into gaming or who might be interested could actually learn to game or use the laptops. And there could be a support system for that. Because right now, most of the people that I talk to who are not gamers but are interested in getting an ROG laptop or watching feel that they're not really welcomed, because if you're not playing games on your phone or on your laptop, why would you even have one? I've known a couple of people who have bought the laptop and have been told off because they're not gamers. They're interior designers or filmographers or just people who just want a really, sorry for the word, kick-ass laptop. Is this something that you can address or would be willing to look into?
That's a very good question. Our first priority right now is to make sure Republic of Gamer is the most professional gaming brand among the gamers, which means we didn't exclude non-gamers. On the contrary, we welcome them. So there are a lot of people who has one computer, one laptop, one for work, for study, and at the same time when they're leisure time, they also play games. Okay, those are also the audience we want to welcome and try to help them in the ecosystem. So we also explored together last time that other than the hardcore gaming, what can you do with ROG laptop? What can you do with ROG gears? Actually, you can do a lot of other things. For example, AutoCAD. For example, interior design. For example, post-film editing. Those are our existing customers and who come to ROG Concept Store and ask us which laptop is good enough for me to do the study inside the UP architectural major. So actually, a lot of other customers and users already asking those lifestyle use of ROG laptop. So we will continue to support them and to communicate with them. But rest assured that we will try to make ROG as a professional and very quality, reliable device and very good after-sales service like our Asus ROG Premium Care to make sure that every penny worthy for our customer.
I would just like to ask this question regarding, obviously we have the two classes right now. So I was just curious about the basis of why did the ROG Masters schedule itself adjacently to ESGS, and if, well, the basis of that, and if, did you find the results satisfactory out of that?
It took a while to convince our management to bring the ROG Master Epic Final to the Philippines. Once we get the approval, then we have another headache. where to find such big venue you can accommodate so many gamers at the same time. And there are, handful of venue in the Philippines, in the Metro Manila, can accommodate such kind of big audience. And while we prepare this one, we happen to know ESGS also organized a similar event at a similar venue. We both interested, and we both interested in this period of time. So we have come consensus together that let's complement each other in this period in SMX Convention Center. So I think this is a kind of well planned, and the target audience of ESGS and ROG Masters are pretty much overlapped. So we support each other. There's always competition, but we welcome competition.
So you made this to complement ESPS. You made it happen together so that you would complement ESPS along with it.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
Aaron from Hawaiian Game Active in Singapore. My question is a bit long. So the ROG Masters is a global esports event. Comparing Southeast Asia region, where esports is only starting to gain traction in recent years, against more mature esports territories such as the Americas, China, and Europe, what do you think is lacking, or what more should be done for the esports industry region to reach the same level as those in the mature markets?
Okay, from Rex is, I think we are the latecomer in APEC or Southeast Asia region because of many factors you are aware of. It doesn't mean we are inferior or we don't know how to play good game. On the contrary, there are a lot of single players who join a world champion team and play very well. So as time goes by, and also the economic growth is better across the region, I think the competitiveness of the gamers in this region will really in the world class, in the top level very soon. And that's also one of the major purpose that ROG Master start from APEC region and then now expand to the worldwide platform. That we not only play within Asia Pacific region, we invite the top teams from Europe, from America and China to really make it as a gaming Olympics. Yeah, we may lose this time, these few years, but we will never lose. We believe the next champion will come from either Philippines or Southeast Asia region or other emerging country very soon.
Gentalesa from BackTheGaming.com. I have a question for Mr. Isenlim. He said on his presentation that there's a new lineup for entry-level gamers, the Tough Gaming. And what is the difference with the normal Tough series that we know, like the Sabertooth, and how would it be different from the past Tough series?
Before, everybody knows Tough is for the military use. They said military use because the durability and the reliability is quite high. But ask yourself, how much time you play the game a day? Okay. So for myself, actually, if I play the game, usually I play like more than 2 hours. And if I have time, every day I'm ready to spend even more time to play the game. But considering like durability, one motherboard is going to upgrade every day. So does it also require a very high quality and also the long durability for the motherboard? So obviously the question is yes. So we actually find out there's a connection, okay, in between gamers and the military use. Okay, we all look for the same thing, which is durability. So we want to base in this Tough series mainly is because we want to cater this kind of user scenario. Okay, so that's why we also make the Tough series.
In line with this, what's the next big thing that we should expect from
Asus or ROG or both?
for the whole company?
For the whole company. What's
So your question is, what's the next big thing you expect from Asus? Yeah, okay. Actually, this is very confidential. Even I don't know yet. Yeah. But yeah, the jokes aside, so far what we see right now is we continue to focus the product lines that we developed from day one, from Asus established 1989 in Taiwan. The first product we have is motherboard. By now, we are #1 motherboard brand by far for many years. We still focus on this product line and develop various quality product in several segments. And then we move into consumer notebook and overall notebook products. So we continue to provide various products. So some people may say PC growth is declining, but what we see is different. We see there's still a certain group of customers worldwide who look for quality and innovation products. So we continue to focus on motherboard and notebooks. So we introduced several new segments like ROG for the past 10 years, like our ZenBook, like our this year, the VivoBook, that is catering different kind of target audience. So we focus on the product lines we developed since beginning. And also you are aware of smartphone, like the Zen phone started 4 years ago. In the Philippines, this is also one of our major product lines, and then we develop in the market. And there are some other things that we develop in other countries. Maybe Ethan can add a few more things.
If you notice, actually we already launched our robotic in Taiwan, and we are soon going to introduce to the mainland China. So hopefully sooner or later we can also introduce our robot to Philippines. Yeah, as soon as possible. Yeah, and I think for others, just like what George said, it's kind of foundation. So until we're very excited, but until it's a good time to tell everybody, and we'll introduce it to you guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay.